welcome back to Everything's Plastic. Today we have another action figure review, and this one's from the Disney Plus series, Wandavision. This is the awesome Scarlet Witch. Here we have a picture of Elizabeth Olsen on the side there as Scarlet Witch. Pretty awesome. Same picture on the other side, and same picture on the back as well. There's a little read up there that says Wanda Maximoff's abilities of telekinesis, energy manipulation, and neuroelectrical interfacing allows her to read thoughts and give her targets waking nightmares. And down bottom here we have the rest of the figures from the wave. I'm sure you guys are all aware because this wave's been kicking around for a bit. But this Build-A-Figure series is the Sam Wilson Captain America, and this actually builds the wings. So pretty cool Build-A-Figure. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about this Build-A-Figure. Some people like it, some people hate it. When we think about a Build-A-Figure, we think about, a bigger figure, not just assembling some wings. But overall, I still think it's a pretty cool wave. First on the list here is Scarlet Witch, the Vision, Loki, Winter Soldier, U.S. Agent, Baron Zemo, and then finally Captain America. I do like the cool picture of Scarlet Witch on the top there. And on the bottom, just the barcodes and disclaimers and all that fun stuff. So that's it for packaging. Let's crack this one open and get a closer look. Now that she's out of the package, let's go over accessories. And she comes with, like I already mentioned, a piece of Falcon's wing. She comes with two of these translucent chaos or magic hands, whatever you want to call it. Pretty cool design there on those. And she comes with two of these magic effects as well. We've seen these quite a few times already. So that's pretty much it for accessories. Let's get a closer look at Scarlet Witch. I think pretty decent likeness to Elizabeth Olsen. Depends on the lighting too. I think in person it looks a lot better than what's coming up on screen here. It's a great head sculpt. I do like the overall costume for Scarlet Witch. Cool design in the hair. They do have some wash in there, just giving some layering. She do have single jointed elbows as well. Nice design. I like to make sure different shades of red and the designs in overall costume. Cool long work around her neck here. And we get down, we got red stripes going down to her legs. We got the painted belt buckle, kind of sloppy, but it's still painted. I like the fingerless gloves and the design on her gloves as well. And that red stripe goes all the way down to her boot as well. This here is very, very stiff, but we can see like the pattern and stuff on her pants. So overall, pretty good detail. Let's take a quick look at articulation. So her head goes down this far, back this far. Obviously it's going to be restricted by her hair. There is some side to side, not a whole lot. You do get a full rotation. Shoulders go up this far all the way around. You do have your single jointed elbows, and there's a rotation here as well. Fingers are all messed up. Never knows that until now. But I guess it's the Scarlet Witch fingers, because Elizabeth Olsen is always doing this with her fingers. But yeah, her wrist goes all the way around. This one's up and down, and this hand is back and forth. Same thing with these. Basically the exact same hands, just in the translucent pink. And even with these two, you can still see the design on the back. I don't know if my camera can pick it up here, but you can still see the design, same pattern as right here with the long work and stuff. For her diaphragm joint, it goes back this far, forward this far, and you do have your side to side full rotation. I much prefer the diaphragm joint over the ab crunch. There is no rotation at the waist or anything like that. Her legs is going to be restricted. The front, she goes up this far, and this is about it. She can't go back because this is a very stiff, hard plastic. This is all the far she's going to get for a split. But you do have a upper thigh cut. Do have double jointed knees, pinned knees. There is no boot cut or anything like that, but you do get good range of motion up, back, and your full 360. So like I said before, pretty restricted articulation wise, but overall the figure do look really cool. I think it's a really cool design on her costume, so I'm not going to complain too much. Okay, for comparisons here, first on the list here we have Scarlet Witch from the All Father Build-A-Figure series. Very cool figure. I think that the figure is well done as well. Next over here for Classic Scarlet Witch, we have Scarlet Witch from the Family Matters 3-pack. Awesome, probably my favorite classic comic book Scarlet Witch. And right here we have the old school throwback one to 2005 Legendary Riders. Man, it's pretty amazing how far we've come with action figures. Like, this is 17 years and a difference. I know this is a comic book version, but even a Family Matters one, man, like, look the big difference over the years. Personally, it's a great time to be a toy collector. I know there's a lot of people like the classic vintage look and everything else, but man, like, when you compare them side by side, we are really in a good time with technology and everything else. Here we have probably one of my favorite Scarlet Witch figures that I own. Two completely different costumes. When I seen her costume in Wandavision, I was kind of blown away. I really do like the costume, I really do like the design, but I'm still a fan of her classic MCU appearance as well. I'm not gonna lie, it took a lot of time, a lot more time than I like to admit, to try to get these to stand. I think some of them are pretty horrible. This is the only one that has an advantage because you can actually balance her on her cape and it keeps her nice and stable. This one I had to actually put a Hulk figure in behind to get her to stand because she has high heels, and it's damn near impossible to get her to stand up. This thing, I'm not even going to mention this thing. This is pretty cool, all the same. But over the years, her joints got pretty loose. Pretty much it for all the Scarlet Witches that I have in my collection. As you can see, those high heels. They're a nightmare, man. Look cool, but overall, yeah, pretty difficult to get them into a pose. So size difference, obviously the comic book versions are a fair bit taller. Most of the female characters, most of the old female Marvel Legends are a bit taller than the newer ones. Quite a bit of difference in overall height to compare these two as well. Pretty awesome design on both of these. I do like the new Disney Plus one, but there's always going to be a soft spot for this one. Absolutely love the design in this one as well. Let's go back to this classic. Look at that face sculpt, man. It's pretty bad, but back in the day, man, this was a solid figure. I'd say we were all impressed by this one at some point or another. Maybe not now looking back, but it's pretty cool. You get articulated fingers and everything else. Nice soft cape. Pretty cool figure. This thing's pretty cool though, all the same. I mean, we don't get much of this anymore. So let's switch out our hands. They just pull out and pop in anyways. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Let's put on these magic effects as well. These things just slide on over. Not sure if I have them on the right way or not, but I'm sure you guys all get the point. Pretty cool overall. Overall appearance and line work, just overall cool costume design, very solid paint application, very cool detail in the full sculpt. Very cool head sculpt as well. It does come with a couple extra hands and a couple accessories, but the figure's articulation is very limited. So overall, I'm going to give it a score of 8 out of 10. As always, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of my rating of 8 out of 10. Let me know what you think of this figure. I know it's been kicking around for a bit. Finally getting time to go back and review some of my older figures from last year. Figured with Doctor Strange coming out and Scarlet Witch being in that, figured it was a good time to actually get a review done on Scarlet Witch. Still haven't seen Doctor Strange, but from what I know, Scarlet Witch plays a pretty big part in it. So if you like our review, don't forget to click on that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to help our little channel grow, we greatly appreciate it. We appreciate every like, comment, and subscriber that we get. At the end of the day, all the time we put into these reviews makes it all worthwhile when you guys subscribe. So that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting and stay safe.